back to Energy Matters. This is a reading for the signs Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I took some downtime to get right into your reading. So I have your cards already spread out, and your overall message for the collective here, okay, is numbers. All right. So this could have something to do with numbers, addresses, receipts, bank accounts, money, time, all that, right? Now, the overall probing question for the collective, okay, is the death card. All right, card number 2. All right. And this is cutting away of things. This also could have to do with relationships, okay? It says here, what parts of your habits need changing? How do you feel disconnected with yourself and with others? Have you been neglecting your physical or emotional health? All right. And we also have body here. So that clarifies that scenario with body, okay? Physical, rather. All right. We have the 9 of Cups here as well. I want to let you guys know that we are going to be going through our meditation session. All right. So for the next, I'd say the next month, next month and a half, we're going to be doing this meditation session. All right. So it's going to consist of, shutting down the lights, candles on, eyes closed, if permitted. All right. And diving deeper into the dream state. Okay. So that we can allow the message to resonate with us a little deeper. Okay. All right. So this 9 of Cups for the overall energy is about wish fulfillment. Okay. This is about, individuality. Okay. Independence. All right. Self-fulfillment. All right. So let's just keep that in mind for the collective. We have here paralysis. Okay. So now these messages here on the board, it's not going to be for any particular sign. You guys pick and choose what messages resonate with you. All right. You can flip-flop them. Energies are fluid. Okay. Also, genders are fluid as well in these readings. So masculine, feminine, whichever you identify yourself with more. Okay. All right. So we have paralysis. All right. And we're going to go ahead and get right into our dream meditation session. Okay. So it says here, paralysis. Dreams in which you can't move or speak can cause great anxiety. The simplest explanation is that you feel helpless and trapped in some aspect of your life. For some reason, you're unable to move forward, perhaps because you can't decide on the best course of action. If you are disabled in a dream, or a wheelchair or a disabled person appears, this may reflect an aspect of yourself that's struggling to express itself or realize its potential. Okay, perhaps you're lacking confidence or have ambitions or goals you feel are beyond you. A situation may not have worked out as you hoped. Alternatively, someone may have hurt you badly in a way you might not even have acknowledged to yourself. If your immobility results from being weighed down with heavy bags, this is a sign of taking on too many responsibilities. You might need to say no more often or ask others to help you. Okay, so if you were able to actually participate with that and find a nice spot to close your eyes and actually dig into that dream state, put down in the comments, how you felt about that, how you like going through the meditation sessions. Okay. We have here card number 16, possessions. All right. So these are going to be our probing questions, and I'll go through each of them by row, by section. All right. It says here, do you need to redefine what you value? What is the cost of your loss? What are some changes that are causing you to feel undervalued? All right. So wow. Okay. So there could be an individual who, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a thing. It could be a person. It could be, even a place, institution, a group of individuals, person, place, or thing, right? That they valued, or a possession of them. Could have been, on a more surface-based value, possession, okay, that was valued, okay? Not that it wasn't significant, but I'm saying that, in a more secular 3D realm type of way, that it could also be just a valuable item that may have been misplaced or lost. All right. With this paralysis card, whew, I'm almost getting a sense where someone is currently, all right, in a state where okay, so I'm getting like, it's almost like a situation where someone is typing something and then they erase it or they delete it, right? And they start typing and then they delete it. No, I don't want to. It's like they take a step forward, then they take a step back. They take a step forward, then they take a step back. It's like that. It's like paralysis. It's like, it could also be internal as well. So you may feel a void inside, okay? There's something of value that you either feel is a loss altogether, which is keeping you in this, paralysis state, if you will, or type of energy. Or I'm hearing inadequate. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups here clarifying this, all right? This is about equal give and take, all right? This is about consideration. This is affection, all right? Again, we have, okay, so we have the Two of Cups, all right? We have the number 2 here, all right? Earlier we were discussing that number speaks about relationships. We also have numbers here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and read that for you guys, or at least this portion of it, so y'all know that, this is all confirming itself right here. So it says, in brief, number 1 suggests new beginnings, 2 relationships, 3 creativity, 4 stability, 5 change, 6 nurturing, 7 truth, 8 wealth, 9 awareness, 0 timelessness, and eternity. Okay, so all right, there's definitely something about numbers, and I'm feeling, all right, if this has something to do with relationships, all right, or a relationship of some sort or kind, it could be about time. Okay, it could be about running out of time. I'm hearing running out of time. Okay. All right. So I'm getting with this Two of Cups here, okay? For a small few of you, all right, this is anticipation, okay? For a small few of you, again, I'm sorry. I'll get a message. For a small few of you, this is anticipation, and it's almost like anxiety, okay, that I'm getting here with this paralysis, all right, and this loss, or feeling a sense of what if I fail, or, you know, just the anticipation of what ifs, or what would happen if, what's going to happen, what are they going to say, you know, all that. And it's worry from my standpoint in regards to a relationship. So, but that, again, that's just for a few of you. For the majority of you, however, I feel that this also is in regards to a relationship. However, it's more of a hmm. So, okay, wow. Okay, so for some of you, I'm getting the sense that you're stunned, like you might be in shock, or this other individual is in shock. Okay, and I don't know, I normally don't read like this, but you know what I think it is? I think it's Venus's fault. Okay, Venus is all up in this situation here, and I feel like, you know, then again, you know, could be a heavy Taurus as well, because that's the ruler of Taurus. And you know, this this is like about partnership. You know what I'm saying? This is about, you know, and love. Okay, I feel, to some degree, or at least deep emotions. Okay, we have a lot of cups here. We got Nine of Cups here. We got the Prince of Cups here, even though he's in reverse. And we got the Two of Cups here. And you know what? I really do feel like what I'm about to say in regards to, I feel like this Two of Cups, all right, look, this Two of Cups is about partnership, union, love, happiness, joy. All right, this Two of Cups is about cooperation, mutual attraction, reconciliations. This is about harmony and balance. Okay, 13:22 on the clock. And I'm getting a sense where this is, there's distance. There's definitely distance, because I'm feeling like this, you know what? Wow, this is all, wow, tying in. Yeah, Spirit is pointing all of this out to me. There's distance. You have to travel to this individual, or this individual has to travel to you, or you have to travel for work, or, you know what I mean? Or you're mobile, you're a freelancer, something like that, right? There's something to do with travel and distance. All right. And if you're masculine, right? Wow, you might be going through it. I'm getting a sense of going through it, because there's a paralyzed situation here, and a sense of loss about a connection over here. There's travel, there's isolation, silence, and distance. There's a distant person in this mirror here. I gotta show you this. And we didn't even get into the session. This is just into it. Like, this is travel. This is about transportation. There's someone in the far distance. Okay. And this, like, there's watching, you know, from a distance, and this beautiful individual. I really feel like there's distance there. And there's isolation, there's silence, there's this is about like analyzing, like observing, and just like taking a time out, like just introspection is what I'm hearing. Okay. Time, cutting ties, being single, or just, wow. I feel like somebody's watching somebody. It could be you, or it could be someone else watching you. Okay. Wow. All right. I'm going to stop, because this is getting a little personal. it's starting to feel personal. Like, it's starting to feel very narrow. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's starting to feel like narrowing in on one scenario here. So, okay. Yeah. This Nine of Cups here, I'm getting spotlight vibes with this Nine of Cups. Someone might be in the spotlight. Someone might be trying to get someone's attention or want to, and not successful about it. And or you could be, because this speaks about disaster. We're going to get into this in just a second. 16:55 on the clock. This is emotional distress. I'm getting, look at this young man. This is a kid. Look at this. I don't know. This is a kid right here on top of all those books. Like, speaking, it's like this person is speaking knowledge, but I feel like they're speaking caca. All right. I feel like they're telling you a story. Like, look at those books that kid is sitting on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I feel like that's how it sounds to somebody. La, la, la. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. Right. Yeah. This person is emotionally imbalanced right now. This person is all over the place with the emotions, and they don't, yeah. This individual is not the Prince Charming that they may be portraying themselves to be. Okay. All right. We're going to go ahead and get into our next meditation session. All right. It says here, transportation. Any mode of travel is likely to convey a message about the way you're making progress in your life. The most significant question is whether or not you're driving or navigating, or just a passenger. The latter scenario suggests you're being passive and might benefit from taking more control. You need to drive your own life forward. The direction and speed of travel will offer further introspective clues. Aircraft in dreams suggest new experiences and excitement. Excuse me. Bicycles indicate a need for balance. There may be opposing forces or people you need to reconcile. If you're in a bus or coach, this suggests conformity. Giving the associations water carries, boats or ships point to an exploration of your emotional life. Trains can mean you're too dependent on others or insufficiently flexible. Though if you're the driver, perhaps others depend on you. Cars represents the image you represent. Caravans or trailers can suggest an unconventional approach. Wow. Yeah. So, wow. Definitely getting the energy of distance. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like overseas or anything crazy like that. Just, being separated, like being apart, separate, like this scissors and this string that she's trying to cut to separate. Somebody is separated from, if you will, your soulmate. Okay. Yes. All right. So the probing question here is card number 5, body. All right. It says here, what parts of you do you need to look at more closely? What's functioning, not functioning in these areas of your life? How do you feel about your body? All right. So it also could indicate an individual who may be self-conscious. All right. If this has anything to do with relationship or a job situation or anything like that, you may, again, that energy of feeling inadequate to some degree, okay? And it doesn't necessarily have to be your body, but for some of you, yes. Others of you, it could just be, internally, all right? Within self, especially here with the Four of Swords. 2:22 on the clock. 22:02. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the sense that this is, wow. Okay. So there could be an individual whose emotions may be out of whack. All right. And being that, we're dealing with earth signs here. All right. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You could be trying to ground yourself mentally. Okay. This with your emotions out of whack. This grounding your mental space. All right. This Four of Swords here talks about gaining a sense of stability. All right. Mental stability at that, taking a time out, self-care, peace, and quiet, introspection. All right. Yeah, I'm getting a nudge. All right, so we're going to go to the book with the Four of Swords, okay? It says here, sometimes it's best to say nothing and just digest what's going on, right? I think they forgot the on part. Anyway, a personal timeout and analytical response allows space for okay, so it says here, a personal timeout and an analytical response allow space for reflection and expose what's working and what must be cut away. All right. 22:55 on the clock, and we have here again death. With her scissors in her hand, if you look closely, she has that red string that she's cutting. All right. Cutting away. Card number 2, coming together, separations, reconciliations, relationships, things of that nature, right? And it continues to say, consider what actions will build a solid foundation for the future. Some situations require a truce rather than a push for personal victory. In relationships, so for those who are in relationships, okay, currently 24:44 on the clock, some internal growth can only happen when processed alone. This is part of self-care. Afterward, you and your partner will return replenished and re-energized. A redefining of boundaries may be happening. Some will discover that solitude works for them and choose to end a relationship. Others may hear from a former lover or friend who ghosted, or have a current interest disappear. Now, in the more professional life, those that are more inquiring about business, or that's more of their focus here, it says here that you may need to pause, okay, or take mini breaks throughout the day to keep your cool. Some are bored with the status quo or of working on their own. For others, a hitch in operations may necessitate a regrouping. If you felt left out, power dynamics may be shifting for the better. Keep distractions to a minimum for optimum results. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into our last meditation session. All right, here with disaster. All right. Dreaming of any kind of disaster, whether natural, earthquake, flood, fire, or man-made explosion, bomb, accident, can be extremely unsettling. However, such dreams are not typically precognitive. They are more likely to suggest fears or anxieties, or something that you feel is out of your control. Perhaps you're anxious about your future or your peace of mind, or possibly you're worried about your health. Alternatively, you may be going through a personal change that is making you feel uncertain about your decision in life, or direction rather. If the disaster has many victims, maybe your unconscious is telling you it's time to stop following the crowd. An avalanche may suggest you feel burdened down with responsibility and emotional pressure. Fire may suggest passion. Perhaps your emotions are rampaging dangerously. An act of terrorism can reflect social insecurity, the feeling that others are not to be trusted or can't be understood. All right, so for my cross watchers, hey now. I'm getting a lot of cross watcher vibe, but yes. All right. Wow. That felt like a lesson. And interesting enough, we have school and exams here, card number 14, simplifying to a 5. All right, that talks about change. All right, so it says here, in what areas do you feel inadequate? Are you constantly competing with others? Are you in the process of evaluating yourself and your goals? All right. Hmm. It talks about being worried about your health here in the disasters theme here, in the disasters dream theme here. Yeah, definitely inadequacy, energy of inadequacy to some degree. Okay, all right, but then again, for others of you that could just be dealing with uh, individuals that are just not trustworthy. All right, or you just can't understand them or where they're coming from, or vice versa, right? We have the Prince of Cups in reverse, clarifying these messages here. All right, 12:33 on the clock. We have the Prince of Cups here in reverse. This talks about immature energy, and it's so funny because we have that little boy right here. That little boy, all right? So if that's you, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, don't shoot the messenger. But again, you could just be dealing with the energy. It could be the other individual or other individuals, okay? This Prince of Cups in reverse is signifying it being in its low vibe, okay? But this talks again about immaturity, neediness, okay? So it's like clingy, codependent type energy, all right? Emotional disconnection, all right? So it's like they're not really in touch with their own emotions or don't have a handle on them, okay? This person could be manipulative. This could be an emotional narcissist. And let me tell you what, yes, there are different types of narcissists. So you may not fit the category, or the individual may not fit the category of a narcissist in its full definition, but yes, there are different types of narcissists, and the Prince of Cups in reverse most certainly is an emotional narcissist, which means they use manipulation as a tactic to gain their control, or whatever. That's their tactic, right? And this is just an individual that internally it is feeling a sense of depression, but expressing it in a very manipulative type of way. Okay, and this individual may not even realize that they're being manipulative, because again, this is a boy here. This is someone that's immature. This is someone that is naive, that don't really understand that this is what it is. Okay, this is what they're doing. And this could have everything to do with an upbringing of some sort. 3:44 on the clock. But the Prince of Cups in its low vibe talks about moodiness, okay? Anxiety, again, depression. Now this is the type of energy that could leave the low vibe individual in a tailspin, all right? It indicates an immature mama's boy, okay? So y'all could be dealing with a mama's boy, all right? Still trying to suck at the titty, you know what I mean, for 22 the clock. Again, yes, needy, clingy, defensive, aloof and distant type of behavior, all right, that they display. But this definitely needs to be examined, okay? It says here, focus on what you want, not what is gone. If recent heartbreak, disappointments, or setbacks has steamrolled your joy, I'm sorry, it says, or setbacks have steamrolled your joy, get back on the horse and out into the world again. There's a new path to travel, full of opportunities. 505, okay? 505, all right? You got 14 simplifying to a 5. 511 on the clock. That right there is a message for you to get back on that saddle, okay? Get back on your high horse and get yourself from this low vibe, reverse energy right side up, okay? And then you might, go get yourself out of this paralysis state, okay, moving forward with a whole lot to offer, okay? I was getting something. Excuse me. Thank you. Prince of Cups in reverse. You may not be seeing an opportunity. Also, there's something else about this Prince of Cups in reverse that I was getting. Yeah, I just feel like that's the gist of it. I don't know. I just feel like, getting back up on that saddle, getting up on that horse, getting back into boss mode, all right, or bombshell mode, okay? Look, you feel me? Look, I can't make this stuff up, guys. Yes, I'm sorry I didn't get too shuffle on screen for you guys. I just, sometimes I have to maintain and display patience with other things. So in the meantime, I decide to get into you guys' readings, and that's just what it is. But yes, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the sessions. And until next time, love, light, and abundance. Blessings.